marks. Then on Wednesday, the following day, I did the correction for you. And the highest mark of that test is 98%. And some students score as low as 2%. That is not too bad. And that is too bad. Today I want to continue with where I stopped last week. And that is question 7. Because this question happens to be 2015 November December question. Okay, so let us continue from there. So if we can finish this question today, then we can go to the next one. Now the question is, are you ready? In the diagram, ABCD is a square of side. In the diagram, ABCD is a square of side 5 meters. Is a square of side 5 meters. Is a square of side 5 meters. First stop. P, capital letter P, Q, R and S. Capital letter P, Q, R and S are points on the square. Are points on the square. Are point on the square such that AP is equals to BQ is equals to CR is equals to DS, which is equals to X. Question 1. Show that the area of the square. Show that the area of the square PQRS is 2x squared minus 10x plus 25 meter squared. PQRS is 2x squared minus 10x plus 25 meter squared. Now question B. Command we got 2. Find, correct to 2 decimal places, the values of x for which the area of PQRS is 3 over 5 of that of ABCD. Is that taken? Now let me now draw the question for you. The diagram for you. Now this is the diagram. This is the diagram. Diagram. Here's the diagram. Okay. Now this is the diagram. This is the diagram. Now the first thing to do there is I want to show that area of that square PQRS is what we have on the board, 2s squared minus 10s plus 25. Then how are we now going to do this? So we have been told in the question that the length of that ABCD is what? Is 5 meters. That square is of side 5 meters. From here to here, this is 5 meters. This is also 5 meters. Okay. Now, if you know that this length here is 5 meters and this one is x, this one alone is 5 minus x. Are you with me now? You know that if this length is 2 and I want to get this, the whole length is 5. I will subtract 2 from 5 and that is what? 3. So this one is 5 minus x. 5 minus x. Okay. Likewise, this one too is 5 minus x. 5 minus x. This one is 5 minus x, and this is also 5 minus x. So it means I can get this length in terms of x by using what? Pythagoras rule. Why is it Pythagoras rule? Each angle of the square is what? 90 degrees. So Pythagoras rule. Here we are going to say, PS is the longest side, or I can say PQ. Any one of these 4 sides that we have here. PS squared is equals to x squared, or I can say AP squared. There's no need to write that, x squared plus 5 minus x squared. Is that taken? Now, with this, we are not going to solve this, but some students always spread these 2 over 5 and x, and you now get 25 minus x squared. It's wrong. Because this is what is called square of the difference. This is square of the difference, and the expansion is 5 minus s, 5 minus s. If you have 5 squared minus s squared, this is what is called difference of 2 squares. And the identity is 5 plus s bracket 5 minus s. If you have 5 plus x squared, this is square of the sum. And the identity is still 5 plus s and 5 plus s. But if it is something like this, 5 minus s squared, this is square of the difference. This is square of the difference. And the identity is going to be 5 minus s and 5 minus z, not difference of 2 squared. So we now have this as s squared plus 5 minus s into 5 minus x. This is what we are going to have. Then we have s squared plus, when we expand this is 5 times 5, 25. 5 times minus x minus 5x. Minus 5 times s minus 5x, minus times minus plus x times s squared. Are you with me? Right. Then, from here we can collect the line times s squared will give us 2s squared, minus 5s minus 5s will give us minus 10x, and this is plus 25. Then ps squared equals that. Now what I'm trying to get here is ps and not ps squared. So we can say PS is now equals to square root of 2s squared minus 10s plus 25. But the question is area of this thing. Area of PQRS. Area of PQRS is going to be PS squared. This is PS. Area of a square is what? L squared. So if PS is this, now to find the area, I can just take the value from here, because PS is what? PS squared is 2s squared minus 10s plus 25. And now put m raised to power 2. That is the unit. Or even if it is this one, by the time you square it, we cancel out with, you still give you the same thing. I hope it is clear. So that is how to do the first one. Is there any question on it before we continue? No question. Now to do the second aspect of that question, where we have defined the values of x, for which the area of PQRS is. Area of PQRS is this. PQRS is this. We have 2s squared minus 10x plus 25 is now equals to. That is why you must always pay attention to everything that we have in the question. Where that area is equals to 3/5 of ABCD. ABCD, what is the area of that ABCD? ABCD is 5 times 12, and that is 25. So area of that 3 over what? 3/5 into area of ABCD is 5 times 5. Are you there? Now we have 2s squared minus 10s plus 25 is equals to, we have 5 cancel 5. You know, it is only when you have something like this that you can call. If you have 3/5 into 3 plus 5, you cannot cut it again, because that one is addition. So then what do we have? We have 15. Then we collect the right, or you can bring in that 15. 2s squared minus 10s plus 25 minus 15 equals 0. We have 2s squared minus 10s plus 10 equals 0. Now there is one thing about this type of quadratic equation. Although I can reduce the equation, I can divide through by 2. 2 can go in everything. Just to reduce it and write s squared minus 5s plus 5 equals to 0. This in why there's no need to write divide through by 2. There's no need to write it. Let me now show you this question. Look at this. Oh, this is not the question. This is not. If you have seen the question before, you have a question, for example, 1a, then you will now leave the space where you are going to solve it. So you must know how to manage that space. Or at times you can divide that page into 2. Use both sides to solve the question. Is that taken out? So there's no need to write divide through by 2 or divide both sides as you normally write it, or by cross multiplying, no mark for all these things. So once you do this, you have already divided through by what? By 2. So you know, I cannot solve this one by grouping method. You know, that's why we have 3 methods of solving a quadratic equation. By grouping method, completing the square method, or quadratic formula. So you can use the last 2 if a quadratic equation cannot be factorized by grouping. For example now, when you multiply 5 by 1, there is no way you can use 5 and 1 to get this 5 that we have here. So that is where you are not going to use completing the square method or quadratic formula. Then you now state the formula. And what is the formula? S is equals to what? Minus B.
Square root B squared minus 4AC divided by 2A.
That all over affects everything. Okay, and from here, what is A?
1.
What is B?
Minus 5.
It's not 5, it's minus 5. What is C?
Plus.
It's 5. If it is plus, you can ignore that sign. But if it is minus, please don't ignore it. Then you now do the substitution. What is that B?
Minus.
You know, it's going to be minus 5. Plus or minus? Where that B is minus 5 squared. You know, this expression is wrong. You need to put bracket. If you press it like the calculator will give you minus 25. Okay, so this is how you're supposed to express it. Minus 4 into what is A?
1.
And what is C?
5.
All over 2 times what is A? 1. Okay, we have minus times minus plus 5. I mean, plus or minus? Minus 5 squared will give you 25 minus 20. All over 2. We have 5 plus or minus square root of 5. I mean, all over 2. Now, what's the square root of 5? 2.24 all over 2. So the first answer is 5 plus 2.24 over 2, while the second one is 5 minus 2.24 all over 2. So what do we have here? This is 7.24 over 2. Why this one is 2.76 or so. Is that correct? 3.62. 1.38 or so. Please let me confirm all these answers. Are they correct? Press your calculator. Okay, so that is how to solve the question. Okay, we have degree of accuracy. Correct to 2 decimal. They are already in 2 decimal places. Okay, that is 7b. That is 7b. If L plus A all over n minus 1 equals G and 2s is equals to n into A plus L express S in terms of N and D only. In terms of N and D only. Now look at this one. If L plus A all over N minus 1 equals D and 2S equals to. Look at the second equation. Which formula is that? Sum of AP. You know there is another formula for that sum of AP. When you have sum is equals to N over 2 into 2A plus N minus 1. That's why you must know all these formulas offhand. Okay. So although the formula is not really necessary here, but we want to make S the subject of the formula. So it means that I want to get rid of L as well as A. Now from here, let's come here. L plus A all over N minus 1 equals G. You can cross multiply. L plus A is equals to G into N minus 1. Okay? Or we can now. Okay, let me make L the subject. L is now G over A into N minus 1. Abi? Oh, sorry, minus. Minus L equals to G into N minus 1 minus A. Okay. Now, from this equation, we can now substitute this in this one. 2s equals to n into A plus L, where L is this. 2s is equals to n into A plus, what is L? D into n minus 1 minus A. So let me use big brackets here. Okay. Now from here, please, you cannot use this A to open this bracket. There is difference between n d into n minus 1 times minus A and this one. It's like you are trying to subtract A from the result of this one. So here this one, we cancel this. This one will give us 0. Then we now have this. 2s is equals to n into d into n minus 1. Then I can divide through by both sides by 2. S equals to n all over 2. We are trying to express it in terms of, okay? So we now have this n all over 2 into, you can say dn minus d, or even d into n minus 1, and leave it like this. So that is how to express S in terms of n and d only. Or you can even write S equals to D dn all over 2. You can even express your answer as this, dn all over 2 into n minus 1. Still okay. They are the same. Comma. In the diagram, comma, W, X, Y, Z is a segment of a circle. Is a segment of a circle such that xz is the perpendicular bisector. Xz is the perpendicular bisector of WY, full stop. If xz equals a centimeter and WY equals 64 centimeter, comma, WY equals 64 centimeter, comma, calculate the radius of the circle. Now let me draw that diagram on the board. So you don't draw a complete circle, I'll still clean it. This is W. Okay. This is X, this is Z, this is 98 centimeter. This side equals to this. This is Y. And the full length here is 64 centimeter. Now this is the diagram. Now I don't want to draw this diagram in such a way that it will look as if it is diameter that we have. Although diameter 2 is a chord, this line is not a diameter, it's a chord. And diameter 2 is a chord, it's a special chord because that one passes through the center of the circle. But this one is not a diameter, it's a chord. It means that if this one is not a diameter, we have center of the circle somewhere. Okay. But if the center of the circle is a, let me draw another one. This is another diagram. So let me just use my hand to draw it. This is it. We have this. Let's say this is the center now. Let's call this one O, because this Z is not the center. You are going to have Z as the center if this line WY happens to be the diameter, and it is not the diameter. So this is 8. This is 64. The two sides here are equal. That is 32, 32. Are you there? This is W, this is X, and this is Y. And what is the name of this line? Radius. This is also radius. And what will be the length of this one? What is the length of this one? R square minus 32 square. That's Pythagoras rule, abi? No. I don't want you to do that. This is what? R plus 8. Okay, look at this. Look at the line from here to this place. Is that the radius? Radius is from here to here. R minus 8. R minus 8. Then that is when you can now use Pythagoras rule. Pythagoras rule is 32 squared plus R minus 8 squared is equals to R squared. Is that okay? Okay, so let's use that Pythagoras rule. You have R squared is equals to 32 squared plus R minus 8 squared. This is R minus 8. Let me write this very well. Okay, this is R squared. Now, we can now expand it. R squared, what is 32 squared? What is 32 squared?
$1,024.
24 plus R minus 8 and R minus 8. R squared equals to 1024 plus R squared minus 8R minus 8R minus 16R plus 64. Is that okay? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. R squared minus R squared is equals to, I've subtracted this one from the other one. 1024. 1024 plus 64. 1088 minus 16R. Where this one will give us 0, right? 0 equals to 1088 minus 16R. What? It's not clear. Equals 32 squared plus R minus 8 squared. Now when you expand this, 32 squared is this. R minus 8. So R squared minus 8R minus 8R plus 64. Then R minus R squared is equals to, addition of these two is 1088 minus 16R. So you can take 16 minus 16R to this side equals to 1088, divide both sides. 1088 all over 16. What is that? 68 centimeter. So you must put that unit. I hope it is clear. It's very simple. What? No, calculate the radius of the circle. Is there? Calculate the radius of the circle. Abi? Say calculate the radius of the circle. Wait, that was the time you went out to submit your form also. Are we good to go? Another one, which is 8B. A silo. Comma, in the form of a pyramid, on a square base, comma, as height 27 centimeter, and volume 2601 and volume 2601 centimeter cube and volume 2601 centimeter cube. Full stop. Calculate the Roman figure 1, length of a side of the base, of the silo, comma, correct to 3 significant figures. Length of a side of the base of the silo, comma, correct to 3 significant figures. Roman figure 2. Angle between a slope angle between a sloping face. Angle between a sloping face and the base of the silo. Angle between a sloping face and the base of a silo, comma, correct to the nearest degree. Correct to the nearest degree. Now look at this question. You know, I have once explained how to find the total surface area and volume of the pyramid in this class, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you can get the first one without drawing the diagram, but look at the second one. If you don't draw the diagram, you will not get it. Now let me sketch it on the board. We have a pyramid, a square base pyramid. If it's a square base pyramid, and draw it in this form. Let's have it as this. The base is a square. The base is a square. Let's say this is the base. And this is the vertex here. Use your ruler to join all the points together. Okay? But mind you, all the slant edges, the four slant edges are equal. Although the way it is drawn now, this line is longer than this. They are the same. You know that. Let me take this paper. This paper as a square. It's not a square, it's a rectangle. There's what is called rectangular base pyramid too. But if I can locate the midpoint of this paper and now draw a line from the top of this marker to each corner of the paper, that is what is called slant edge. Likewise, if it's a square base too, all the slant edges are the same. Okay, now this is the diagram. We don't have any letters in the question as A, B, C, D. So there's only, or you can label it if you like. You can label it and call this one D, A, B, C, and D. There's no problem about that. Now we have height. There is what is called slant edge. Slant height. Slant edge and slant height are equal, but perpendicular height is different from slant edge. This is the perpendicular height. If you stop at the midpoint of this base here. And what is the height? 27. Height is 27 centimeter. Okay? Then we have been given the volume. But what is the volume of a pyramid? What? If you know it, stand up, please.
1/3.
H. What? AH. 1/3 AH. What is that A? Total surface area. That A is base area. That A is not the total surface area of that pyramid. A is the base area. Base area. If the base is a square, we use L square. If the base is a rectangle, length times breadth. That is why volume of a cone too is 1/3 AH, where that A is pi r square. Because the shape of that base is a circle. And what is the area of the circle? Pi r square. Are you with me now? So you don't need to count the formula. So volume of this, where that volume is given as 2601 equals 1/3. What is that? Okay, let me use XX to represent the length of that base. You know, the length is not given. So let's add it as X times X. And what is that height? 27. Are you there? So 3 here 1, 3 here 9. We have 2601 is equals to 9s squared. 2601 all over 9 is equals to s squared. What do we have? 289 is equals to s squared. S is now equals to square root of 289. 17 centimeter equals s. And what is the question? Length of a side of the base of the silo correct to 3 significant figure. 3 significant figure. Let's say 17.0. If you don't write that 0.0, that's -1. Because, yes, because 17 is in 2 significant figures, not in 3. I can draw a line. This line is height of this triangular face. You know, look at this. When you have this, B, C, D. This is the line. This is the height of the triangle, not the height of that pyramid. Then I will now join this one to the center. I will join this to the center. Although I don't know. I don't know the slant edge of this pyramid. And likewise this one too. I don't know it. But I can know this. I can get this one. Okay, what will be the length of this one? What's the length of this one? 2.5? 8.5. Because half of 17. Are you with me now? So 8.5. So you can now see that if this question happens to be a rectangular face, a rectangular pyramid, so we'll be told in the question the one we want to find. Because you can see that we have angle between a sloping face. Which face? Because they are all the same. But if it is a rectangular pyramid now, it will be stated in the question, a particular one. Okay, so with this, we can now bring out the triangle. We now have it as this. This is 27. This is 8.5. This is the angle we are looking for. This is the angle. Okay? Opposite adjacent. Tan. Tan theta equals to 27 all over 8.5. Tan theta, what is that? 27 all over 8.5? 3.176. Theta equals to arctan. We have degree of accuracy to the nearest degree. 73. That's how to do it. It's very simple too. Are you ready? That's question 9b. Number 1. Using ruler and a pair of compasses only. Using ruler and a pair of compasses only. Using ruler and a pair of compasses only. Construct a rhombus. Construct a rhombus. Construct a rhombus. MNOQ. MN. MNOQ. MNOQ of length 10 centimeter, of length 10 centimeter, of length 10 centimeter, and angle MNO equals 45 degree. Angle MNO equals 45 degree. Full stop. Roman figure 2. Roman figure 2. Measure A MO B NQ. Now this is the question. When you have a question like this, you must start by drawing the rough sketch. There is no map for that rough sketch, but it is very important. You know, there is a difference between rhombus and a kite. Okay, what's the difference between the two? Rhombus and a kite. In a rhombus? Yes. Okay, what about kite? Is it opposite or adjacent side? Adjacent side are equal. Okay. Do we have similarities? They are both quadrilateral. I don't want that as similarity. They are both quadrilateral, okay? But I don't really want that. Another one. Similarities. How many lines of symmetry do we have in a rhombus? You have idea? Okay, yeah. How many lines of symmetry do we have in a rhombus? So you have to tell us. 1. Rhombus. Rhombus has 2 lines of symmetry. And kite has 1. Kite has 1. Don't you know that? Let me have it. I'm coming. Let me quickly draw the. This one has two diagonals, but only one line of symmetry. This is the line of symmetry. So when you now fold it along this, that is not the line of symmetry. Are you with me now? So rhombus has two lines of symmetry, kite has one line of symmetry. But we still have some similarities. The two diagonals bisect each other at right angle. This is right angle. This is also right angle. Are you with me now? But square too. Square is a rhombus, but rhombus is not a square. Because if you have, you can say that square is a rhombus, because some of the features or characteristics of these rhombus also present in that square too. But I cannot say rhombus is a square, because before you can have a square, each angle must be 90 degrees, and there is no 90 degree here. Is that taken? Now, to draw this, let me start with the rough sketch. We are going to have four sides. Let's say MNO. MNO. This thing must be in order. MNOQ. I mean, no, MNOQ. MNOQ. NOQ. MNOQ. The thing is in order now. We have 10, 10, 10, 10. Then MNO is 45. MNOQ is 40. This is 45. So this is the diagram. It's very simple to draw. So let me draw it on the board. Let me have these as you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't really get the opposite one. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So with this, I will start by drawing this line. MN. This is a line, a slant line. I will now measure 10 centimeters on it. Place it on this line. I need to extend the line. Let me extend this line. This is 10. We have M here. 10. We have N. Now, on N, we are going to construct 90. Then, you all know the method. You bisect it. 60, 60. Or you place it here to get this one. But I don't want to place it because I don't extend this line to cut that semicircle. And you bisect the middle one. Draw the line of 90. I will bisect that 90 to get 45. Place it here and here. So, I will still measure 10 centimeters on it. I can measure this length. This is 10. This is also 10. Abi? This is 10. This is the last 10. Like we are going to have it on. Wow. That's the end. So it it means I need to construct, but there's no need to do that. I hope it is now clear. Because it will now be on this block. So that is how to complete it. So when you have a point here, the point of intersection, from here to here we have 10. From here to here we also have another 10 that we cut it. You now join all the points together, that is rhombus. Then we are asked to measure MO. MO. Do we have okay, MO, this is O. MNO, this is Q, right? So we have measured this MO. That's MO. Then NQ. NQ. That was going to be a long one. Are you there now? So we'll complete that at home. So let us continue. Now the next question is on this what do we call it, similar triangle. We have a lot of diagram in this question. In the diagram, comma, YXM, angle YXM, angle like this, angle YXM, angle like this, angle YSM, angle YXM is equal to angle XZM, comma, YZ is a straight line, YZ is a straight line, comma, XM is equal to 8 centimeter, XZ is equal to 10 centimeter, YZ is equal to 15 centimeter, and XY is equal to W centimeter. Find the value of W. Now, this is the question. This is the question. In the question, we have been told that the two angles YXM and XZM are equal. These two angles are equal. At times, you can have these two marks on the angle, on 1, 1, or X, or any dots, for you to know that the two angles are equal. So once they are equal now, before you can use, there is a difference between similar triangles and congruent triangles. If two triangles are congruent, you are going to have equal angles and equal sizes. Okay? But if two triangles are similar, you can have equal angles but different sizes. But the ratio of one must be correspond to the other. What I'm saying is this: if you have this as congruent triangle, the same size, the same angle. But if it is similar triangle, you can have something like this. The two triangles here are similar. The two triangles are congruent. But one thing about similar triangle is that ratio of this one, if this one is 2, you can say this one is 6. If this one is 3, you can say this one is 9. That is 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. If this one is 5, you can say 15. So they are similar. That is why when you say 2 over 6 equals to 5 over 15, it is still ratio 1 to 3, 1 to 3. Are you with me now? So in this question, before you can, because you cannot just be picking the number anyhow. You must first know the triangle, the 2 triangles that are similar. These 2 angles are equal, but it remains one angle. There's another angle that must go along with the 2 triangles. I cannot, okay, if you have the first one as this, if you have this one as, this is the diagram. Let's say we have this. X, W, 8. This is M. This is Y. Okay, we have this. It means I have taken this angle along with this one. If you now want to get the second one, I cannot use this. If I use this one, although we have this angle equals to this angle, what about this one? This angle must go along with the second one too. So it means I cannot have the whole diagram for the second one. If I have the whole diagram for the second one, the diagram will change. Okay, look at this. For the second diagram, I want to draw this one for it. Okay, this is where we have dots now. You know, I'm the one that introduced that dot. Okay, I will now draw another one that resembles the first one. And this is dots. You can see that I did not put any letter. I will now go to the bigger diagram. Where we have dots in the old diagram, it is what? 1? It is still Y, right? Abi? Where we have double angle, I refer to that as the 2 marks that we have there. And what do we have? Z. This is Z now. This can never be here in this one. Okay? Because in this one, this is Y. In the second one, this is Z. Why the third one will now become what? X. The third one is X. Now in the old diagram, X, Y is W. X, Y is W. Abi? What else do we have? XZ. XZ is what? 10. XZ is 10. And what is YZ? 15. So with this, I can now pick the ratio. So with this, I can say W over 8 is equals to 15 over 10. So it is only when you bring out the 2 triangles that you'll be able to pick the correct ratio. W over 8 is equals to 15 over what? Over 10. So when you now cross multiply, W is equals to 15 over 10 times 8. I don't want to cross this 10. If I cross that, I still need to divide both sides by 10 again. 5 here, 3, 5 here, 2, 2 here, 1, 2 here, 4. W is equals to 12. It's very simple. It's not clear. I'm referring to. It's clear. If it is not clear, ask question. Repeat myself. Okay. What I'm saying is this. This similar triangle, and you must know how to bring out the 2 triangles that are similar. The 2 angles are equal, then there will be another angle that must belong to the 2 triangles that are equal or that are similar. If I first take this is the diagram now. That's why I put the dot here. Showing that this angle is here and why this dot is also here. Now, I use this triangle X, Y, N. This is it. we must also draw another one that resembles the first one, which is this. You know, this is the copy of this, what we have here. I mean, now, where we have dots in the old diagram, because you cannot build this triangle and say that it is similar to this one, but this angle, this particular angle, is not here. Are you with me now? So that's why you must pick the old diagram. So when you now pick the old diagram, where we have dots in the old diagram, it is still white. Then where we have this, what do you call it, double mark, it is what? Z. And it is here in this one. So that's why I change it. So Z is here. Why the third one? The third angle is what? S. Because I cannot say this one is double angle again or double mark. You know, what about this one? So why this one is what? Is X. So with this, you can now pick the correct ratio. W over 8, 18 over 2. Now this one is bearing question. Are you ready? A sheep leaves pot P. A sheep leaves pot P. A sheep leaves pot P and sails S-A-I-L-S and sails on a bearing of north 45 degree east. North 45 degree east. To a point Q. To a point Q. North 45 degree east to a point Q, comma, 15 kilometer away. 15 kilometer away. Full stop. It then sails on a bearing. It then sails on a bearing. It then sails on a bearing of south 45 degree east. South 45 degree east to point R. To point R. To point R. Comma, 20 kilometer away. 20 kilometer away. 20 kilometer away. Full stop. Question 1. Represent the information in the diagram. Represent the information in the diagram. Represent the information in the diagram. Roman figure 2. Calculate, comma. Calculate, comma. Correct to the nearest whole number, comma. Calculate, comma. Correct to the nearest whole number, comma. A. Distance from P to R. Distance from P to R. B. Bearing of P from R. Bearing of P from R. Bearing of P from R. Now, when you have a question like this, and you have that bearing in that form, that is, you know, you have two ways of expressing bearing. You can use compass bearing, or you can use three figures bearing. So what we have in this question is compass bearing, or arctic-angle bearing, where we have north 45 degree east. And let me start. We have a sheep leaves pot P. Pot P. This is for you now measure this length. You don't need to. Okay, you don't need to measure. But when you get to this Q, because we have a sheep leaf pot P and say on the bearing of to point Q. Now you now draw the cardinal point, another cardinal point here, in such a way that the thing must be parallel to this one. Do now draw your whole cardinal point like this. No, it's wrong, because you know, we always use alternate angle or this to get the angle. Likewise for this one too, must be parallel to this one. Parallel to this one. So this is point Q. Then on getting to that Q, it is just one ship that is moving. It then sails on the bearing of south 45 east. Southeast 45. And what is the distance? 20. You know, we assume that that 20 is more than 15. You know, I cannot just say, okay, I cannot stop here and say, okay, 20 kilometers and join the points together like this, when this one is 15. Are you there now? So this is where we are going to join the 2 points together. Because that length also determines the kind of diagram you are going to have there. So we join them together as this. Join them together before you draw the camera. This 45. Now on this, when you place your ruler, the thing must be parallel to this one too, and parallel to this, and the thing must be parallel to this. You can see. This is R. And why this one is 20 kilometers. This is the diagram. If you fail to draw that diagram, that is 0. You must draw the diagram in PN. Now, what's the question? Okay, that's why we have represent the information in the diagram. No diagram, no mark. Calculate correct to the nearest whole number. The distance from P to R. From P to R. It's very simple because what is this angle? 45. Because we are going to see alternate angle. 45. The whole angle is 90. Once you have 90, you don't need to bother yourself. Just use Pythagoras rule. Or if you want to use sine rule, right there, you cannot use sine rule, cosine rule. If you want to use, because we have two sides and included angle, it will still lead to that Pythagoras rule because cos 90 is what? 0. So it is Pythagoras rule, and we have PR squared is equals to 15 squared plus 20 squared. 225 plus 400, that's 65. PR squared. PR equals to square root of 65. That's 25 kilometer. That unit is very important too. You don't put that unit. If the math is 2 marks, I just give you 1. Because of that unit, that's 0. Then bearing of P from R. Bearing of P. If you want to draw that bearing and you want to get that bearing, you must first move before you now determine what you are trying to calculate. Now, this is not. Bearing of P from R, move. With that movement, it has given me the clue of what I'm trying to calculate. The answer is more than 270. That's the movement. 90, 270, sorry, 180, 270, plus this small angle. But I cannot easily get because this is an exterior angle. Let me now calculate theta here. If I can get this theta, this is 45, this is also 45. Alternate, Abi? Alternate. So let me now calculate. Okay, with this one as 25 kilometer, that is sine rule now. But why am I using sine rule? Opposite hypotenuse, sine. Trig ratio. I can still use trig ratio. Opposite hypotenuse. You know, this is hypotenuse, where the right angle is facing. Right angle is facing the right. This is opposite. Sine. Sine theta equals to opposite 15, hypotenuse 25. I can use it. If you want to use sine, no problem, you can use it also. So what is the division now? 0.
0.6.
Theta equals to arc sine.
36.8.
36.87. That's it. Do you have the job of opposing that question?
Yes.
So the nearest whole number. Okay, maybe you should approximate it to 37.
Yes.
So if it is 37, if angle, how are you? Huh? What do you? Okay. Now be the bearing. Bearing of P from R is what? 278. How did you get? Minus 37. 360 minus bracket 37 plus 45. Because it's like it remains 360 and 45 to get to that 360. Sorry, it remains 37 and 45 to get to that 360. Or if you don't want to use that, add these two together. Subtract it from 90 and get this small angle. That's what? And what's this small angle? 8. 8. Okay, if it is 8. Now, bearing of is 270 plus 8. And that is 278. Or even if you add up these two and you subtract it from 360, you still get 270. But one thing is that if the angle, if that bearing happens to be 2 digits, for example, if the bearing is 28, and now the bearing of A from B is 28, it's wrong. 028. You don't put that 0 to it. Or you can say not 28 degree. If it is not degree east, still okay. That is compass bearing. But for you now to say 28 without putting 0 is wrong.
Sir,
What you have a question?
can you say 82 degree, 82, not 82 degree?
We can say not 82 degree west.
Yes.
Is equivalent to this. It's right. Because if I don't want to move like this, I can move in anti-clockwise by saying not 82 degree west. It's okay. Now let's use the marks. The table shows the marks distribution of candidates. The table shows the marks distribution of candidates selected for an award. Selected for an award. Selected for an award. Marks in percentage, frequency, we have 56 to 58, 59 to 61, 62 to 64, 65 to 67, 68 to 70, 71 to 73, 74 to 76, 77 to 79, 80 to 82, 83 to 85. We have 5, 15, 30, 50, 90, 140, 92, 40, 28, and 10. This is the table. This is the table. If you have not drawn the table, you can leave that and write and do that later. Let me continue with the question. Question A. Construct a cumulative frequency distribution table. Construct a cumulative frequency distribution table. Construct a cumulative frequency distribution table. Question B. Draw a cumulative frequency curve. Draw a cumulative frequency curve for the distribution. Draw a cumulative frequency curve for the distribution. Question C. Use the curve to estimate the 1. Median mark. Median mark. 2. Probability of selecting a candidate who scored not more than 72%. Who scored not more than 72%. Now this is the question. Now with this. Now let's first construct that table. We have marks here. Marks in percentage. 56 to 58, 62 to 64, 65 to 67, 68 to 70, 71 to 73, 74 to 76, 77 to 79, 80 to 82, 83 to 85. We have frequency. What? 59 to 59 to 61. Okay, here. Okay, here, Abby. Okay, 62 to 64, 59 to 61. Thank you. 10, 28, 40, 92, 140, 90, 50, 30, 15, and 5. The next thing is to get the class boundaries. Now, what will be the class boundary of the first one?
55.5 to 58.5.
Why is it 55.5? Because I also want to learn from it. Okay, you minus 0.5. Why is it that it is 0.5 that you are subtracting from it? Okay. Okay, now let me take you back to this. If you now have this, give me the class boundary of this one. Okay, 4 point.
4.0 to 5.4.
Okay, what about this one?
4.5 to 6. To 6.
Have you forgotten that? So the 6.0. Have you forgotten that upper of this one must be lower of this one? Okay, the reason is this. Maybe you have done approximation. If it is to the nearest whole number, it's always 1. To the nearest whole number, to the nearest kilometer, the nearest is 1. When you divide that 1 by 2, to give you 0.5. That is the reason why you are subtracting 0.5. But for this one is not to the nearest whole number. This is to the nearest 1 decimal place. That 1 decimal place is 0.1. When you divide it by 2, it's 0.05. Subtract 0.05 from this. That is 4.45. Add 0.5 to this, 4.95. Subtract 0.5 from this, 4.95. Add. Subtract 5.55. That's that. But you are all used to that. Subtract 0.5, add 0. What of when you are given? There is one particular question. I cannot remember the name. Where they were given that kind of interval. And they asked them to get the class one. And that is how to do it. So, this is now 55.5 to 58.5. I mean, 58.5 to 61.5, 61.5 to 64.5, 64.5 to 67.5, 67.5 to 70.5, 70.5 to 73.5, 73.5 to 76.5, 76.5 to 79.5, 79.5 to 82.5, 82.5 to 85.5. That's how to. Then you now get what is called cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. The first one, 10, plus 28, 38 here, plus 40, 78, plus 92, 170, Abi? Am I right? 170 plus 140, 310, 310 plus 90, 400, 400, 450, 480, 495, 500. So, with this, you can now draw the graph. But the way we are going to draw this one will be different from when you are now using 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or 10, 20, 30. If you use 10, 20, 30, you'll not be able to have everything that you have there. Because the highest one is 500. Maybe I need to change that scale to 50. 50, 100, 150, 200. Or probably, I can say 40. At times I can use 40, 80, 40, 80, and so on. 40, 80. Is that taken? I can use 48. Okay, you have a question.
Well, for this class band, I'm going to dress on
Draw what?
this class band.
Class boundary. Don't worry, I will explain that. You know, for that class boundary, we are using only the upper class boundary. Although I will start with 55.5. I will not plot anything on that 55.5. That's why you always use 7. 7, 55.5, 58.5 down. Are you with me now? But I'm going to use all the upper class boundary. I will plot this 58 point against 10. 61.5 against 13. I will not plot anything on that 55.5. Okay, so with this. So let me use 50-50. Let me use 50-50. So here we have so if it is 50-50, that is it, 500, 450 Abi. 450, 400, 350, 300, 250, 200, 150, 100, 50, 50, and 0. Okay? So this is cumulative, you write cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. You know, if it is histogram that you want to plot, you don't need cumulative frequency. The highest, well, if it is histogram, the highest one is going to be 140. Abi? The highest bar is going to be 140. That is histogram. If it is histogram, we start with the 12. Now that the highest one is going to be maybe 25. I can use 25 just to have the bigger one. 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. Stop. Are you there? But for cumulative frequency, it's going to be this cumulative frequency that one we use to get that S. So this one now is 55.5, but I will not plot anything on it. Let's say this is 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter. So the first one there is 58.5, 58.5, 0.5, 64.5, 67.5, 70.5, what? 0.5, okay, 79.5, 82.5, that's the last one, 85.5, 85.5. The right class boundaries. You get it. Class boundaries. The inner plots. The first one is 10. So with this scale now, we have 10 lines. 50 divided by 10. That's 5, 5. One line is 5, Abi. So 2, first, second, that's 10. Abi? Abi? Yes. No, one line is 5, so 10. So the next one is 38. Aha. So if you have 38, and you know that one line is 10, if you have this, 0, we have 15. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, Abi. So this is 35. Half of the 2. You know, half of this one is 2.5. When you have 2.5 to 35, that's 37.5. 37.5 is what I will plot for that 38. I can only get that 38 with this type of scale. Are you with me? Because if this one is 30, if this one is 30, the next one is 40. Half of the 2. Okay, this one is 35. Half of this one is 2.5. So when you have 2.5 to 35, that's 37.5. So you can plot 37.5 for 38. Is that it? And maybe somewhere here. You know, I cannot really get it. So when you get to it, you can plot the graph. So what? You have a question now?
The class boundaries is also 10. How are we going to do it?
10 as how?
The horizontal box is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Up to 10.
Yes.
Think the standard one is supposed to be 13. Or
The horizontal one.
the horizontal one? I think it's 30. Do you have any graph? This one has 10. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you guys say to take it. This is for the first one now. There we have 55.5. So let me start from here. This is the first value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You take it. Or if you cannot take it, you can bend the ground like this and use this one as horizontal. While this one will be what? Vertical. It depends. So, but make sure you leave your diagram. Is that taken out? The standard one. This is the standard one. So, the next one is 78. 78. You know, for you to get that 78, if you have 100, okay, from 50 to 100, look at this. Let's say this is 50. This is 50. This is 100. This is 100. Half of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half of it is 75, Abi? So the next one is 80. And we are looking for 78. You know, the difference between 75 and 80 is 2.5. When you add 2.5 to 75, that's 77.8. So you can plus 77.8 for 78. So 78, somewhere, I don't really get the accurate one. Let me put it here. Then which one again? 170. 170. This is 150. Half of it is 175, I think. It remains we want to get to that 175. This is 170. Somewhere here. Then 310. 310. 310. 310. After 300, the first line is 305. The next one is 310. Okay. 400. 400. 400. Okay. 450. 450. This 450 here. I don't really get the output one. 495. 480. Sorry. 480. If I want to get that 480, we have 10 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 460. 480 is already here. 480, Abi. The next one, 495. Okay, if this one is 480, 485, 490, 495. It goes back to. And the last one, something like this. So you can use your broom or freehand to join the points together. This is what is called cumulative frequency. Okay, now let me just, because I will give you this as assignments. Let me explain how to read some of the questions there, because this is almost 6 o'clock. Now, median. To find the median, look at this median. Okay, let me write it here. Median is equal to 1 over 2 into n plus 1 position. You can use n plus 1, you can use n position, please. There's no much difference between n plus 1. Because if I use n plus 1, that would be 501 over 2. 501 over 2 will give us what? 250.5, I mean. And for somebody that uses 500 position, that will give us 250 position. There's no much difference. Look at this now. If this one is 250, and there is 250.5. You know, this one is, one line is 5. So this is 255. I'm looking for 250.5. You can see that I cannot really get that 250.5 from this. So I can get 250, because half of this one is 252.5. So I can still plot 250 for 250.5. Are you with me now? So if it is 250 that you plot, you have it here. You trace it down. Whatever you read from here, and if you want to read this, what's the difference between the two? Difference of 3, right? Difference of 3, right? Okay, if it is difference of 3, and we have 10 lines, one line is 0.3. Abi? One line is 0.3. So if it falls on the fifth one, that would be 0.3 times 5. Whatever you get plus this. Because as if I want to be adding 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. So if it falls on the sixth one, 0.3 times 6 plus 67.5. Then the next question there. Probability of selecting a candidate who score not more than 72%. Not more than. That student can score 72. Not more than. Okay, let's get 72. 72. You know that one line is 0.3, right? So the first, please take your calculator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. Now, when you add the 0.3 to the first one, let me add the 0.3. Plus 0.3. Plus 0.3. Plus 0.3 again. 71 plus 0.3. 72. So you stop on that 72. Trace it up. You trace it to this. Let's assume that my answer is 355. My answer is 355. That probability is 355 all over 500. But if the question is talking about probability of selecting a candidate who score more than 72, I will now subtract 355 from 360. From 500. That will give us what? 155. 145 over 500. That would be the probability. Is that taken? So that's where we are going to stop today.